power blackout for the country of Belize, electricity crisis begins to affect the productive sector. The Commission of Inquiry, when will it commence its work towards the modernization of the northern sugar industry? And ground is broken for the sheep and goat project born here in the north. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Thursday, May 9th, 2024.
As I look out on the audience, I see many of the artists whose works are represented in this first display. My respect to each of you for contributing to Belize's creative and intellectual inheritance. I also offer my admiration and respect to those artists represented in the museum who have passed on. Their work lives on as sources of inspiration and education. And for the many hundreds of artists who are not in the first show, I say that it is not our intention to develop a culture of exclusion or gatekeeping. Just the opposite. We see this space as one of liberation.
Yo me llamo José Luis Vivas. Yo he sido miembro desde hace 35 años en la Unión de Crédito. Todos mis préstamos que he pedido siempre me lo han dado. Ha sido una ayuda muy grande para mí porque he visto la prosperidad. Entonces ha crecido bastante por medio de la Unión de Crédito que me ha ayudado bastante en la comunidad de los cañeros, porque especialmente lo he visto porque hay muchos cañeros ahí en la Unión de Crédito y es siempre por la ayuda que nos han dado. Yo empecé con 25 toneladas de licencia de caña. Ahorita ya estoy casi, entre yo y mi esposa casi tenemos las 2,000. Desde que estaba el señor Don Canul, yo ya estaba trabajando con la Unión de Crédito y ese viejito me trató muy bien. Me trató muy bien, entonces yo se lo recomiendo a cualquiera para el futuro.
ITSAT STEAM Academy is a 4-year government high school that does focus on science, technology, engineering, arts and mathematics, which is called STEAM.
Before this, I've been to other high schools or primary schools, and just being here feels so much more different. But my experience with STEAM in a whole, I love it.
ITSAT STEAM Academy, we are inclusive.
Females in robotics, I think that we could have a lot of success.
This has been the best school life I've ever had. It brings out your creative and innovative side in almost all subjects. In fact, in all subjects.
My experience at ITSAT STEAM Academy is stunning.
Our students will, I hope, tell you that they are happy to be here, because from the moment they set foot in the campus in the morning to the moment they leave, they're engaged in interesting activities which have real meaning to their lives. And by doing this, the learning is much deeper, more effective and long-lasting.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Face FM 106.7, I am Joanna Rodriguez. Tonight, the power crisis continues to grip the country as the entire north, including the Orange Walk and Corozal districts, were without power for over 3 hours this afternoon. And as we speak, different parts of the country are being affected by load shedding up until midnight. BEL continues to not have enough power generation capacity in country, and Mexico's CFE is unable to provide them power at this time due to demand on their side. Today, the Minister of Agriculture, Honorable Jose Mai, spoke on this ongoing matter, calling on action to be taken to ensure that Belizeans are not saddled with this issue for much longer.
It is disgraceful, I should say, that in 2024 we are having this crisis. BMDC that buys pulp from the farmers, the Peter Hire, the Sawasap, we are starting to lose product. This is unacceptable. We have to find a solution to this. We have to. We cannot depend on somebody to feel sorry for us and sell us electricity. That is not going to happen. Cabinet is very, very concerned about it. I believe, and I won't comment what it is, that we could have avoided this problem if we would have taken the right decisions in time. My view is that renewable energy sources is the way to go. I mean, there are thousands of people investing in solar systems. If we would have gone into solar systems 10 years ago, this wouldn't have been a problem. So maybe right now we should start thinking. Waive all import duties on solar systems and GST so that it stimulate people to come and buy and put up their own solar systems. My little farm is solar system and I have current 24 hours. So what is wrong with that? But if we would have done this 100 times more, I think that we would have avoided much of this problem. But not everybody believes in solar system, especially if you are the person who generates electricity. If I invest in solar, you won't like that because you'll be losing money or you'll be selling less. So there are very tough decisions to be made, but it has to be made.
This crisis, according to Minister Mai, is not as simple as it may seem, as it has begun to directly affect the productive sector who are responsible to feed our country.
I feel for the farmers, especially those who use right now the grain drying, the different grain drying systems. We have industrial. As a matter of fact, even BSI was affected a couple of weeks ago when Commission cut us off. I don't know why, because they're supposed to generate their own energy. I was a little surprised at that. But even they got affected, and then the milling rate slowed down. It was actually slowed down tremendously. And so it really is affecting us. I mean, you have Caribbean chicken, all the poultry. We have the rice mills, we have the cold storage. It's all been affected. It's not as simple as can be seen on plain view. It's not only your light going off. It is your industrial being affected. At San Pedro, I understand there were cases of, I think, salmonella, because you have your shrimp, your conch, your lobster, your fish in your freezer, and it starts to spoil because there's no electricity, and you don't realize it. You feed that to the people who are in problem. So this is a serious, serious problem, and we need to address it.
In trying to find a temporary solution to the issue, yesterday Prime Minister John Briceño told the media he is scheduled to meet with the head of the CFE in Cancun this coming weekend.
With the President, what I can say at this moment is that we had a successful meeting. I think we had about a 2-hour meeting. And what he is doing for Belize is that he will be in Cancun on Saturday. And the head of the CFE will be in Cancun because he every 2 weeks he comes, the President, to take a first-hand look at the work with Tren Maya. And so he'll be here on Friday and Saturday at 5 o'clock. He'll be arriving in Cancun and having a meeting with all the ski technical people. He'll be arranging a meeting with me, and I've already invited BL to join me to meet with the people from CFE to see what we can do to be able to cut out the rollouts or the blackouts.
Several weeks have gone by since the government of Belize announced the implementation of a commission of inquiry into the northern sugar industry, and to date there has been no indication of when it is expected to begin its work. When questioned about this matter today, Minister of Agriculture Honorable Jose Mai confirmed that the process has seen several delays that needed to be ironed out before works can begin.
It has always gone through some level of complications, but the last thing I met virtually with the commissioners, and they were prepared to come to Belize as was last 2 weeks. So I think that they are supposed to be in the country in just about any time now. Remember that the commissioners that we selected were from Mauritius, one from here, but BSI also contributed 2 names from people. I think one from South Africa, and the other one was from another country. But we accepted those also, and so I think there was a little hiccup there with the ones that they recommended. But we finally got their contacts and in contact with them so that they can join the team in Belize. Yeah.
Has there been any discussion with the millers and the other associations in terms of them being on board with the commission?
My team has met with all associations, although we're accused that we did not meet with them initially. That could have been the case. But everybody now has been contacted. We have shared terms of reference with them. As a matter of fact, ASR did contribute to some of the terms of reference, and they also suggested 2 persons to the commission. So I am happy for that, because they helped in designing. They added a few lines to the terms of reference, and they contributed the names of the 2 persons that are also in the commission. So I think we're going in the right direction. It's not going as fast as I would want it to go, but it's moving.
The commission, as we have been reporting, is expected to review the entire value chain of the sugarcane industry to establish the benchmark cost, determine efficiencies, and recommend measures to increase efficiencies. Specifically, the commission is to determine the cost of sugarcane farming, harvesting, and transporting, as well as sugar manufacturing, operating, transportation, and logistics cost. In February of this year, the Ministry of Agriculture, along with the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, through the Taiwan ICF, announced the extension, breeding sheep and goat production, and guidance system enhancement project known as the Sheep and Goat Project Phase 2. The extension of the project includes a budget of $625,000 provided by the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, and $125,000 provided by the government of Belize. As part of Phase 2, today ground was broken for the Sheep and Goat Project 2 barn, which will be built at the agriculture station in Yo Creek Village here in the Orange Walk district. The procurement of this state-of-the-art facility to house sheep and goat will help to further improve the genetics program of these animals in northern Belize.
Now, the Sheep and Goat project is one of the flagship projects, or probably the longest project between Belize and Taiwan. Over the last 8 years, this 2-phase project has supported the expansion and upgrade of the National Sheep and Goat Breeding Center in Central Farm, supplying farmers in Belize with quality breeding sheep and goat to raise the quality and quantity of the sheep products. The project also provides technical support to farmers and technicians and started the process of traceability for quality control and market penetration of the sheep and goat products. Because of our joint efforts, the visibility of the project has also increased. I believe many of you watched our team on TV's Love TV and Channel 5 morning show to introduce the project and promote nutritious and tasty land dish not long ago. More recently, During this year's National Agriculture and Trade Show, I was encouraged to see many people stop by the Taiwan Technical Mission booth and ask about the Ship and Go project with high interest. And by the way, a big congratulations to the minister and the team with the ministry for this huge success of this year's agro show. And we are so proud to be part of it. And I'm more encouraged. I have a more encouraging news to share. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of meeting the executive director, Mr. Hossein of Caribbean Agricultural Research and Development Institute, CARDI. As an expert in small ruminants himself, Mr. Hossein visited the Ship and Go project in Central Farm, and he spoke highly about it. He commended our achievements. So coming from an expert, from a regional expert, I'm really very excited. And more excited is he shared with me that there's a high demand, and the lamb and mutton in Caribbean region is very popular.
The extension of the Sheep and Growth project, including the procurement of this facility, is expected to supply breeding sheep and goat in northern Belize, while also continue to build capacity of technicians and sheep and goat producers in the country.
In the past, I've always mentioned that linking agriculture to tourism sector is very important. The demand for sheep, quality sheep, lamb, and mutton in Belize is growing thanks to the tourism industry. Belize is not a country of lamb consumers, we know that. But the tourism sector has grown and the demand for sheep has grown. But for us to meet the demand and the quality demand, then we must improve our genetics. So the ROC, Republic of China, Taiwan, has been grateful to us. They have funded our project. This is the longest project we have. And after the evaluation of the first phase, they realized that it must continue because the demand for quality sheep is growing. And so we extended that project. But now, the extension now includes the north, because Orange Rock, based on the statistics, does produce a large amount of the sheep to the market, and the farmers didn't have the easy access to get the genetic material in Central Farm. You know, right now, a mile in every direction is a cost. And so we decided that for us to boost the genetic improvement program, we needed to come to Orange Rock. And so the ROC mission now has identified your agriculture station for the construction of this barn. So this barn is a modern barn. It's a very well-designed barn where the animals will be housed for genetics, for them to breed and have good genetics, and for us to have it available to the farmers in Orange Rock. So I believe that in the next 2 to 3 years, you will see a boost in the improvement in genetics.
The next step in ensuring the success of livestock program in Belize, according to Agriculture Minister Jose Mai, is to work on foraging and proper management.
And as I said earlier in my presentation, I think that you will have the best genetics in the world. If you don't have the best food, you've done nothing. So what complements genetics is the food. And the third component of a successful livestock program is one of management. You can have good genetics, good grass, but you have bad management, you will fail. So these 3 components are very important. We cannot look at them individually. They have to be interconnected, and we must work on the 3 separately. So we may have a further discussion with the Republic of China, Taiwan, to see if there's anything we can do to strengthen the other 2 areas. But I'm happy for what's happening today. We are grateful to the Republic of China, Taiwan for their support. They continue to support us, and I believe that it is seen. There are verifiable indicators that their projects, our projects together, have a good success.
The sheep and goat barn is expected to be completed in the next 3 months. The next general elections is a little over a year away, and already political hopefuls are making official moves to have their names on that ballot come November 2025. As the election dates get closer, political intensity grows within both major political parties. One such case is the area of Corozal Bay, where the sitting area representative, Honorable Elvia Vega Samos, will seemingly be challenged by longtime PUP affiliate Thea Garcia Ramirez, who officially launched her campaign earlier this month. Now, whether there will be a convention, that is another question, as the decision is left in the hands of the PUP National Executive, says Corozal Southeast Area Representative Honorable Florencio Marin Jr.
Well, it's part of the democratic process. Everybody, for every election, the party needs to choose its standard bearers, all right, and then it's open for people to come and apply. So right now we're in the application process, and yes, it seems that there will be a challenge to Honorable Elvia Vega Samos. So without trying to influence it, I'd rather just say I think we'll see what the National Executive decide.
Police and security forces, including the police department and the Belize Defense Force, are currently engaged in operations along northern communities as the threat of narco activity continues to plague our northern neighbors. In previous interviews with the media, the Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, indicated the need for additional resources to ensure the success of these operations. As Area Representative for Orange Walk South, Minister Jose Mai says there will be no difficulty in approving additional funding for security in the north to ensure security for all Belizeans.
Of course, we had already approved a supplementary budget for stronger security along the borders, but if we need to do that again, then we need to do so. I mean, it's not our fault that what's going on in Mexico, but it's spilling over maybe slowly or may spill over if we don't manage it. But I think Commissioner Williams gave an excellent interview to the media, saying that they are doing the best they can. They are patrolling. I see them patrol often, even around my farm, a lot, which is good. They patrol the villages in San Felipe. They go all the way to Blue Creek, and I see them in the border. So I am happy to see my security forces around protecting, or you feel that sense of protection, and I'm happy for that. So I think that we still have a good commissioner of police who's doing his job, and we have to applaud him. He's doing all he can to keep these people from entering our country.
Coming up next, upgrading of 5th Avenue in Corozal Town interrupts the flow of traffic. The mayor asks for patience. Stay tuned.
Mi nombre es Mercedes García, me dedico a artesanías de bayal. Yo tengo, creo que más de 20 años de ser miembro. Quería poner este negocio y le dije pues fui allá y le dije al gerente, por favor, necesito unas máquinas. ¿Y qué necesitas? Pues dime cuánto. No tenía casa, no tenía nada. Ahorita tengo casa, hasta carro tengo. Lo que me gusta ahí en Credit Junior que uno llega y puede ver bastante fila, pero rápido. Los que trabajan ahí, los trabajadores son rápidos. Y acá pues me ayudaron hasta para hacer esto. Estas paredes así me ayudaron a hacerlo porque me dieron el préstamo. Entonces, aunque yo no lo puedo hacer, pero pago para que me lo hagan y eso pues gracias a Credit Junior.
One day, we decided to gather everyone who loves The Last of Us in one place. The naked and afraid fans, and well, everyone who loves realities. The ones who don't like spoilers, and the ones who do. And those who love Barbie and Peppa Pig. That place is called Max. Well, it's not an actual place. It's on your screens, and there's room for everyone. Max is here to bring you more of the stories that you love. Max, the one to watch.
A few weeks ago, when we spoke to the chairman of the Sugar Industry Control Board, SICB, Marcus Osorio, he outlined the difficult situation in which the northern sugar industry found itself in. Up to late April, the industry was experiencing a decrease in cane quality, coupled with a decrease in the amount of cane being delivered to the mill when compared to last year. Now, while the cane quality has seen slight improvement, cane delivery continues to be in the lower end of the spectrum. Today, when we asked the Minister of Agriculture for his input on this ongoing issue, he explained that similarly to other countries in the region, Belize is currently being affected by a lack of cane cutters, which is negatively affecting the harvesting and delivery of sugar cane.
But there are a number of reasons. Well, a main reason why we are behind schedule in milling is because, and this is a regional problem, there is a shortage of labor. We don't have enough cane cutters, and this is not only in sugar industry. We find it in citrus, we find it in bananas, we find it in everything. I mean, the unemployment rate is low right now. People are working. We have a problem with the cane cutters. It forces us to look at other methods. Would it be mechanized harvesting? Is that an option? How do other countries deal with it? But I agree with you that we are behind schedule. It is very concerning. From the numbers I've seen, I do not believe we will be able to mill the cane in the time that we have available, which is the dry season. If it rains earlier than expected, it will just worsen the situation. But I hope people don't try to mislead and to say that because there was a delay at the start of the crop, that is the main reason why we're not going to deliver cane. That's absolutely not true. When the crop begins, it always starts very slow, the weather's not good. And so the most, I won't use a number because I've seen the numbers already. I asked for it because I know that some people want to be mischievous and say, oh, it's because of the standoff for the cane farmers and because of that we're not finished the crop. That's absolute nonsense. But I don't see that mischief happening because it cannot be sold easily. That cannot be sold and nobody will buy it easily. The reason is we have a shortage of labor.
An update by BSI ESR for week 17 of the crop season showed that for this crop, a total of 707,554 tons of cane has been milled. This is significantly lower than the 754,856 tons milled during the same period last year. The municipality of Corozal has undergone numerous changes under the mandate of Mayor Rigo Veos. Presently, Fifth Avenue is undergoing a major upliftment, but the work has interrupted the flow of traffic. The inconvenience, however, is necessary, says Mayor Rigo Veos, but it won't last for long.
Actually, as we speak, this is when traffic is really heavy, because of a school and a school area also. And Fifth Avenue is a very important avenue for Corozal Town. Actually, it's in the middle of the heart of Corozal Town. But we cite a need to do some infrastructure works. It has been pending from last year, but because of the Christmas season, we decided to do it until after the elections. Now, we don't want to negatively affect any business on Fifth Avenue. So right now we have Corozal Town Council working there and BWS also working, changing some of their main pipes. And I know that projects like these bring inconvenience for many people, not only for drivers, but also for pedestrians. And I ask them to just have some patience. We need to do our infrastructure work. It's their tax money that we're spending out there. That's the main reason why they pay their taxes, because they want improvement in their town, and that's what we're doing. We're making sure that we bring improvement to Corozal Town. Fifth Avenue has not been touched for many, many years, and there were parts that really needed some fixing. So that's one of the main reasons why we're doing it now. And like I said, I know it will bring some inconvenience, but I beg my people, I beg my community to just have some patience. We are working out there, BWS is working out there, and I can guarantee them that when it's done, it will benefit everyone, especially the business community that are on Fifth Avenue.
The Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security and Enterprise is currently hosting a 5-day technical capacity building training under the project Strengthening Potato and Vegetable Value Chain in Belize. The technical training is being carried out as part of the bilateral cooperation agreement between the government of Belize and the government of Peru. The technical training, according to Agriculture Minister Honorable Jose Mai, is centered on improving potato production and management in Belize.
The greatest diversity of germplasm material, seed material, the type of seeds, the type varieties, the varieties that we have comes from Peru. They have from 100 meters above sea level to 500, 1,000 feet above sea level, meters above sea level. And potatoes is a cool climate vegetable, all right? So growing it in the tropics like us, Belize, is always challenging. But the agronomist was here, and she explained to us some of the characteristics. I wasn't in a technical meeting, I was in the official ceremony. But being a technician, I can't stay away from some of the technical aspects. And so we shared a few concerns. I mean, we have potatoes for fresh consumption, which is you either boil it, you mash it, right? And we have potatoes imported as French fries. If we could find a variety that is suitable for French fries, it is the greatest thing that would happen to us. Because while we consume a lot of fresh potatoes, a huge amount is imported from French fries. And we have to continue to boost the tourism market. Potatoes are very, very, very common vegetable. And so the tourism market, the tourism sector asks for French fries. The farmers would love to see us ban the production of French fries and let them force them to eat our potatoes in French fries. But that's difficult to happen. Our potatoes is not suitable for French fries. It is nice in French fries, but economically it makes no sense. It takes you, I think, like 5 pounds of potato to make you 1 pound of French fry because of the high moisture content in it. The French fry potatoes are more lower in moisture and high in carbohydrate, right? And so that is what we want. But if we can find one, and they are helping us identify a variety or varieties that we can test in Belize to see if we could convert these into French fries. But it was great listening to the. I've never listened to a Peruvian agronomist, especially in the term of potatoes, and I was happy that she came, and I'm happy to learn more from them.
The technical capacity building is being facilitated by technology transfer specialist Flavia Felix from the National Institute of Agricultural Research of the Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation. Today, students of Corozal Church of Christ Primary School culminated a week of drug awareness with a march through the streets of their community. The activity forms part of the school's curriculum to highlight the importance of healthy living. Principal Jose Chan spoke to us about how important it is for the school to teach students and the broader community, for that matter, to stay away from drugs.
Today's event is the ending of Drug Awareness Week under the theme Live Drug Free and Shine for everyone to see.
So how is it that you plan the logistics about all of this that happened this morning?
Well, this is the third year that we are planning it under NDAC. NDAC support us financially under Mr. Ruben Che. In February we applied and we sent a budget and we calendar of activities for Drug Week, the date. And today is the culmination of a 3 days event that we have at Corozal Church of Christ Primary School.
The message that you're sending as a school towards the community?
Well, the message this year team is live drug free, meaning that our school have a lot of talent. And we tell them that, for example, in sports, you don't need drugs to alter your energy. When they do the antidote, we use Maradona as an example. that he was playing World Cup and he was very famous. And eventually when the antidote came, he came in positive and shine for everybody to see. At Church of Christ, we have marching band, we have sports, we take part in spelling bee, and we inculcate in them that shine for everyone to see that you don't need drugs to shine. You can shine in your own manner, in your own way. You can shine by reading, by doing sports, by participating, by being a good citizen. You don't need to drugs to shine. That's it.
Forming part of the week's activity was a drug poster competition, and the winners are?
We are glad that today we have a lot of parents joining in the parade, and we have the community at large. I want to mention that NDAC is very supportive. We had a poster competition whereby children, we had 18 wonderful posters from the upper division, and first place was won by Chriselle Jimenez, second place by Ashley Bonkia, and third place by Danielle Perez. We also had the banner competition. Now the banner is very interesting because the teacher at the lower division, the teacher and the parent work hand in hand. And we had the preschool won first place. Second place was at Infant 1, Infant 2, and third place we had Standard 1. So here is where the parents, they work along with the teacher, and this is becoming an annual event for us.
While it will take more than just saying no to get rid of the drug problem we face as a society, the hope is that students do not fall under peer pressure and can be encouraged by the fact that most young people can enjoy a drug-free life. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
My name is Stacey Badillo. This is my sister Gina Badillo, and we've been owners of this business for the past 19 years. It is called Purple Passion Studio and Spa, and we're located in Kikaker, Belize. I've been part of the credit union for 12 years, and Gina for 19 years. Professionally, it's allowed us for our business to grow, and our careers has grown as well.
We have had great customer service at Credit Union.
They're exceptional.
Yes.
For this small island, it's very important, but for our small business, it's even more important. It has changed our lives, the lives of our children, of our families.
I highly recommend St. Francis Credit Union to my children, to my family, to my clients, to everyone that is around me, that it's always the number one.
If you are still watching the news, stay a little longer, especially if you are a student or the parent of a primary school student. Farmers Trading Center, located in Spanish Lookout, Cayo, realizes the importance education plays in transforming Belize. And so it has launched its back-to-school program, and you can help select the lucky winners. A list of schools in the Corozal district can be found on the Farmers Trading Center's poll online. All you need to do is select your favorite school in the Corozal district at the end of voting on May 10, 2024. The top 10 schools with the highest points will be able to reap the benefits of the full back-to-school package.
Well, I think every person, every business should give back to the community one way or the other. Because without the customers, without our customers, we won't be able to do this. It's when our customers support the stores that are in Corozal, in turn it reflects to us. So that's the reason why we are supporting the schools. And just to give you a list of what the students will be getting, right? It's a complete back to school package. You get a school bag, you get a water bottle, pencils, erasers, sharpeners, you get crayons, you get umbrellas. And you also get, we have added the lunch box. It's a lunch kit, so that you could take your food from home, stay warm till 12 o'clock. That's a complete back-to-school package we're offering this year.
According to Florencia Koch of the Farmer Trading Center's marketing team, it should be the mantra of all businesses to give back to the community in some way for several reasons.
Our back to school initiative started in 2018. And from 2018 to 2023, we have covered all 6 districts. And so this is round 2. So we're starting all over again. And how Corozal got nominated to be the district that we're going to go to this year, we on our social media platform, Facebook, we posted all 6 districts, and we allowed our followers to vote. And whichever district had the most likes, and they would be the winner. And we had Corozal came in first, followed by the Toledo district in second place.
Okay, and why was it that your company decided to, drive into a back to school program?
Well, it is a way for Farmers Trading Center to give back to the community, because we know that we are distributors of major brands here in Belize to different stores across the country. So it's one unique way of giving back to the community.
And now, how much of what is the total that you're trying to cover when you get a winner? Is it 10 schools? Because I think that was what I understood from your website.
So right now we have a link that people would open, and it will ask them to enter their name and email address, qualifies you to take part in the voting platform. And there you get to choose all the schools that are listed in that form. All the schools in the Corozal district are listed, and you choose the school you want to support. You vote, and you go through the process, and your vote is entered. And the 10 schools with the most votes will be the schools we will be going to. And we will contact the principals of the schools, and they will have the hard task of either choosing 10 students, either by need or by academic performance. So that's how the students will be chosen. So 10 students per school and 10 schools.
Of note is that you must have a Facebook account to vote on the poll, and you can only vote once. A link for the poll can be found on CTV3 News' Facebook page. You can also contact Farmers Trading Center at 823-0111 for more information, or an email to info@farmstanding.com. As mentioned at the top of the newscast, currently the Corozal Town Council has a number of infrastructure works taking place across Corozal Town. For one of these projects has come to fruition due to proper fiscal management, and also thanks to taxpayers who pay their dues in a timely manner. Due to the latter, the Corozal Town Council is always looking at offering discounts to individuals who are having trouble paying their taxes. This time, the offer is 30% discount on all unpaid property taxes.
We have seen very clearly the different development that has happened within our municipality under the town council under Rigoveos and its councillors now. And I must remind the people that we have been able to do it with their tax-paying money. And I want to encourage them that because of that, to take advantage of the promotion that we have right now when it comes to property tax, the 30%. 30% is a lot, and we are very excited of this discount that we're giving our community, and I do hope that people take advantage of it. I know that a lot of times people don't have the confidence because they don't see development, but Corozal is the opposite right now. We have seen development for the past couple of years, the type of development that our people had never seen before. But we are serious about making sure that Corozal moves forward. That was my promise to my people, and we have seen it for the past couple of years. The different infrastructure works, the massive pavement of so many different streets. We're talking about 30 plus streets that we have paved and counting. And we see one every day, Fifth Avenue, that we have presently are working on. So this is your money going into development. We are serious business, We run this town council as a business. You trust us, and we invest back the money every day on our community. we walk on our investment every day, which are the streets. So I urge the people to take advantage of the 30%. It's only for this month. So they still have a couple more, I think 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks that they can take advantage. And we want to bring more development, but for that to happen, people need to take advantage of discounts like these.
For more information, the council is available during normal working hours at telephone numbers 480-2072 or 480-2074. For convenience, payments can also be made online. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, May 10th, here on CTV3 and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3beliezenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com, CTV3beliezenews, or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.